Okay, let's talk about something that I think a lot of us have wrestled with. You're in a relationship and you're wondering, is this real? Is this actual, genuine love? Or am I just watching a really good performance? It can be so hard to tell, but today we're going to break down some key signs to help you find some clarity. So, really, how do you know? The connection feels intense, the chemistry is off the charts, but there's that little voice, right? That little nagging feeling in the back of your head that asks, is this the real deal, or am I just getting swept up in a really convincing show?
And this is the part that just hurts. Everything can feel absolutely perfect. You think, wow, this is it. I found my person. And then, poof, it's over. They're gone. And you're left completely blindsided, wondering if any of it was ever real in the first place.
All right, so how do we protect our hearts and figure this out before it gets to that point? We're going to walk through 5 key signs that really help separate a genuine partnership from, a temporary performance. Think of this as your personal toolkit for seeing things clearly.
Okay, first up, and this one is a biggie. It's what I call the future conversation test. Seriously, the way someone talks, or more importantly, doesn't talk about your future together tells you pretty much everything you need to know about where you stand right now.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day, right? On one side, you've got this wall of avoidance, defensiveness, and flimsy excuses. It's all about creating doubt. But on the other side, it's about building trust. Even if the timing isn't perfect right now for a big move, a partner who's truly in it will say something like, hey, trust me, we'll figure this out together. They pull you into their vision. They don't push you away from it.
And that quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? When someone is constantly dodging any talk about the future, what they're really telling you, whether they mean to or not, is that this thing has an expiration date. And that creates a feeling of instability that is just impossible to build a real relationship on.
Okay, next up, we have to get into the why. Why are they actually with you? Is it because they genuinely want to build a shared life? Or is there something else going on? Are you just serving some kind of selfish purpose for them?
And this really gets to the core of it all. You know when a relationship feels transactional? It's like you're just a box to be checked or a stepping stone to something else. But real love, that's built on pure, genuine curiosity. They don't just ask, how was your day? They want to know about your family, your weird hobbies, your dreams. They want to know you, not just what you can do for them.
So you've got to be on the lookout for these pretty clear red flags. If their affection feels like a switch that gets flipped on and off depending on what you can give them, whether that's money or physical intimacy or social status, that is a huge, blinking sign that their motives are not about you as a person. All right, our third sign. This one is where the rubber really meets the road. Because, look, anyone can be a great partner when things are easy and fun. The real test, the absolute moment of truth, is how they show up when things get hard.
This is just so powerful. You see the difference here between being passive and being active? Asking, did you eat, is easy. It's superficial. But asking, how can I help you solve this? That means they're willing to get in the trenches with you. One is just empty words. The other, that's a partnership. That's real support.
And this quote just says it all. You can feel it. There's a certain weight, a certain sincerity in the words of someone who genuinely cares that you will never, ever find in someone who's just going through the motions.
Okay, number 4. This one can be really sneaky because it deals with a very fine line between genuine care and, well, control. Real love should make you feel more free, not less. But sometimes control can be disguised to look a lot like concern.
So, the most important question you can ask yourself here is, how does this make me feel? Do I feel like I'm constantly being given rules, like I have to change who I am to fit their ideal? Or do I feel like we're a team, naturally adjusting for each other because we want to, out of respect? Real love is supposed to inspire you to grow. It should never demand that you shrink.
All right, our fifth and final sign. This one takes it a step further. It asks a really important question. Does your partner actually care about the person you're becoming? See, a real partner isn't just there for the you of today. They're invested in the you of tomorrow too. You know, indifference is like a quiet poison in a relationship. A partner who just shrugs at your bad habits or doesn't seem to care about your goals, they're not really invested. But a partner who can gently, lovingly, and supportively encourage you to be your best self, that's someone who sees your potential and wants to build a better life together. So when you put all 5 of these signs together, it really boils down to this one simple, powerful idea. A performance is all about the show. It's about looking good and serving yourself. But a partnership is about building something real, something that lasts together. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. When you really reflect on these 5 signs, which is it? Is your relationship actively building a future, or is it just passing the time? Being honest with yourself isn't always easy, I know, but it's the absolute first step toward finding the kind of genuine connection that you truly deserve.